pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready? 8-3.
6, right there, 56.
Now!
Back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 82 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Check three.
X3. 218, chop.
Jam.
Shoot.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Second and 2. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Let's go. 30 base.
51. I'm coming. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. 6 guys.
Yep.
6 guys.
Ready.
They'll run here. It's Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Hey, orbit.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 25 on second down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
He's coming. We got double up. Get it.
throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now a handoff working right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Under 10, under 10, 10, 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Second and 10. That's caught. It's Thomas. That's good for 28 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Go.
Wide, get wide.
Now.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right? Unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller,
you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Check 13. Alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing again. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Mike's 50.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around. Not having that success, might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch. Switch. Check 43. Joker.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready, ready. 8, read. Hey, wahoo. Hey, go.
Back to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Complete to Jones. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 2nd down.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a step. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Yo, go.
Check 52.
Ready?
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No. Off.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 76 yards. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
There you go. Whip.
Hey!
Check three.
They go.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the safety creep. Check.
You're out.
Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Ready? 15, run. 15, run.
Watch twit.
Go.
Kill.
Let's go.
On first down, Murray. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 99.
5.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And it's a fumble. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. And the Packers pick it up.
First down and 10.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Let's go. 8-3. Central West. Hey, Delta. Deep river.
They'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
59.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. It's caught here by Adams. 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 81 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
he's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 78 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
The Saints take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Watch 89.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set, 30 base. Hey, high 7.
Watch the slant. Watch the edge. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They're going to look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to go for a big play down, and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy. Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill.
Look at me. Zipper.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
You ready? At the 37. Travel.
Check 3, check 3. Jam, 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 jam. Hey, check 24.
Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go.
Topper. Hey, Haywood.
They'll set up to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 78 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
6-6, pull it high.
Rush in. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Big Ed, big Ed, big Ed. Check safety, check safety. Check 52. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Fire.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
His team showed up. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, Jackson. Caught on the right side by Adams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Sweet.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And the Packers get a score closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, echo. Hey, ready?
2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, let's go. I got
Go. Go.
check 24.
Look at me. Go. Say go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Mike 51. Let's go.
Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. The 40, the 30. 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Watch the screen. Come on. Mike, check.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And it's third down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Set, 8, read.
I don't think you got it, son.
Hit it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the
Down.
Packers' 47-yard line.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.